So I did a little something in the tanks today. I gave Alpha gravel, gave him silk plants that were in the girls' tank, and over here I gave them, I left them a silk plant, but then they have this log that's got plants, and then of course they can hide inside the log, and they're like, ooh, what have we got here? It might be a little harder for me to locate them for videos, but just exploring now, I guess. The Alpha's gonna be tougher to find in here too, because Boo, there he is. I took Squidward out, but he's got plenty of places he can go now to disappear. I'm gonna have to do a water change in here because the gravel, I think, clouded him up a bit. Because see, this doesn't look as clear as this does. So, a little bit of maintenance. And if you've noticed, I don't have filters, but I am gonna get some sponge filters. I've never in my life, any betta I've ever had, I've only had in a tank with no filter, no heater, and I've had them, you know, for long term. I've had them, but you know, now that I'm doing what I, you know, learned more and whatever, yeah, currently none of them have a filter, but I am gonna change that. I'm gonna get a couple sponge filters, because I also want to put a snail in his and a snail in theirs. Once I get a top for theirs, of course, too, but I want to get a sponge filter for each of them so that I can filter out, you know, his cloudiness, whatever's floating on the top of there, which doesn't help that they don't have a lid, because anything floating in the air in this room can land in their water. But I'm working on it, guys. I'm working on it. I forgot how large this log was, but when I think about it, African cichlids, or not, American cichlids, the convicts, are what I had inhabiting this log downstairs, and they would lay their eggs and have their babies in this log. So Mama spent a lot of time in there, and they are, you know, the males are bigger than the females, but she spent a lot of time in there laying. You could see the eggs sticking to the wall. But this log has been stored for so long that I forgot how big it was. So it's definitely a lot of hiding places for them. So the next thing on my list is going to be filters for these babies. Right, Alpha? Yep. Yep. This is here. Looks dirty, but it's just the seal on the inside. He doesn't seem to be unhappy about the change. I just want to get the fogginess out of here. He can definitely hide among those plants. He looks so vibrant in here. And then they have plenty of places to hide now, and I definitely want to get them their sponge filters, and then I want to put a ram's horn snail, one of each, in here. One in theirs, one in theirs. So those are the next things on my list. A couple of filters, a couple of snails. Anywho, I'm gonna head because it is my son's birthday today. Happy Sweet 16. Sweet 16. I don't think they say Sweet 16 for boys, do they? He is 16 today, my baby boy. Yep, he's growing up. But I'm gonna go hang out with him. We just got back from dinner. He chose Subway, you know, one of the simpler things. I mean, he could have picked a sit-down restaurant, but he picked Subway. So we went and had subs, and yeah, we spent some time out. The same place where I had spent time last weekend, where I got burned so bad. We were out there today. I stayed, kept my legs covered. I was wearing leggings. I did wade through the water with my leggings on. So my legs were protected, but I still got in the water. And then at one point, I had to force myself to go into the water up to my waist because I was going to go into the canoe with my son. And I leaned over to get in, and my phone, which I am using now, so this tells you it's still working, my phone fell out of my pocket into the water. And I was like, oh, you know, fill in the blank. And I jumped off the dock. It was up to my waist, and I was just feeling around on the bottom with my feet trying to locate my phone. And it was probably a good 5 minutes before I located it, and I didn't even locate it. Bless his heart, this guy that goes to the church came over to help me, and he found it and fished it out for me. And my phone was still working, but I was going to be unable to charge it until, because I have a water resistant phone. But, you know, it was submerged for a good 5 minutes. But it was still working, and it is still working. I just had to refrain from charging it until my charging port was dry, and my phone was notifying me of detection of moisture. So until that notification went away, I refrained from charging. So I am so thankful that it is still working. I was having a panic attack trying to locate it. So other than that, it was a decent day. So anyway, I'm gonna go hang out with my birthday boy, and I will talk with you guys later.